The acknowledgement here was a reference to a young woman that would have passed away at an abruptly early age in a tragedy, and this is the way that it comes across. She, in her personality, was very strong and very stubborn, and everybody knew that. And she actually was known for dyeing her hair two colors.
God.
So I got a call from Nicole, or better known as Snooki, to come and meet her family in New York. Nicole's reading was one of my favorite readings. It was a great opportunity to meet her mom and put some faces to the names of the people that were referenced in our original reading. He's joking about the fact that he had a mustache.
Stop! I'm getting chills, yeah. My uncle was one of my best friends. He was my best uncle ever.
Who's Elaine?
That's his fiance.
On the taxi ride over to see Nicole, I immediately was getting a feeling of a woman that was coming through that acknowledged that she passed away too soon. And she was communicating her feelings before she passed, feelings that had to be really depressing.
What's happening?
Oh, just lots of emotions coming through. Sometimes I'll take on stuff physically. Sometimes it'll even come through emotionally. And in this case, it's very emotional. And she's very insistent. It's like a sense of depression or an empathetic sadness. But I know it's not mine, you know. It can be kind of challenging having other people's emotions, you know, imprinted upon mine, because it's almost like sharing a headspace almost, which makes it difficult sometimes to distinguish between one's own feelings and thoughts and someone else's. I hope it's gonna connect, or else I'll have to hold on to it, which I don't want. Hello!
Hey, babe!
Oh my gosh, so
Thank
good
you
to
so much for coming. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
It's so good to see you again.
Yeah. So I have my family here.
Oh, awesome.
So
Oh my
they're really,
gosh.
really excited.
Oh, I'm
so sorry
thrilled.
if they're embarrassing.
Oh,
Hey,
when I walked into Nicole's house, I didn't anticipate how big her family was. It was really overwhelming, but really exciting. Are you Elaine? I am, yeah. Oh, it's great to see you. Even though I knew going into this that this wasn't supposed to be a reading, I had no control over what was coming through, and I was really hoping that it applied to Nicole.
Okay. Good?
Wow.
We're all here.
It's amazing. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad to finally get to meet all of you guys. Nicole's reading was one of my favorites that I've ever done, ever.
Because you love me.
Of course. and honestly, because the connection that was made was just so incredibly deep. This is a quick one, and I feel some uncomfortability or some pain in the head thing. Really, it's like this.
Well, that's what happened. My uncle, he had a brain aneurysm.
Wow.
Oh my God, okay. It feels like I'm actually talking to my uncle again, and it's just a relief to know that he is there. So I don't know if you know everybody, but this is Uncle Ben's fiance, Aunt Elaine. This is my Uncle Ben's daughter, Monica.
Hi.
My Uncle Ben's stepdaughter, and then my Uncle Ben's mommy, my grandma, and I'm me.
Of course.
And then this is my Uncle Ben's sister, my mommy. And then these are family friends.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's so wonderful to get to meet everyone. Oh,
So you doing what you did is like so healing for all of us.
thank you so
It's
much.
really amazing, your gift.
Thank you for
Yeah.
having
Thank
me.
you so
for
much.
coming.
Thank you.
Absolutely. At this point, I mean, I oftentimes will pick up on information intuitively beforehand. And I do have to be honest, you know, today was a little bit tough for me. On the way to this reading, I had an individual come through that made a connection very clearly, but she came through very strongly. And I was in a taxi cab this morning bawling my eyes out because she came through. But are you open to hearing about that?
Open.
Okay, cool. I'll just let you know kind of what came through, because there was a reference to an L initial, and she acknowledged that at the time that she passed, she didn't feel like she was much older than me. The acknowledgement here was a reference to a young woman that would have passed away at an abruptly early age in a tragedy, and this is the way that it comes across. She, in her personality, was very strong and very stubborn, and everybody knew that. And she actually was known for dyeing her hair 2 colors.
God.
Okay, she's showing me like, I don't know if I'm looking at like the black and the blonde, but I'm talking about the 2-tone hair. I want it to be known that she's at peace, that she's okay, because she's someone who struggled with maybe depression at one point. She had her own ways of coping, and the way this comes across is she did the best she could to cope with what she knew how. And that's the way that it gets presented.
So that is my stepsister Lex, who died.
Almost a year ago.
Yeah, almost a year ago. But yeah, she overdosed out of nowhere. She suffered from depression her entire life, and it was my dad's fiance's daughter.
Right.
So it was my stepsister.
And Lex's hair color was different every week.
She changed it every
Always changing it.
Yeah.
She didn't give a
But she's been coming through since
Yeah.
she passed.
Right.
out of like nowhere. Things will fall randomly when I'm thinking about her. Is that her, or am I crazy?
No, absolutely. I truly believe it. There's an acknowledgement with this immediate, and I'm sorry, I just have to get this out of the way. She's acknowledging that she has tried to come through. She references that she's at peace with Dad. She's acknowledging Dad, I'm at peace with Dad. There's a reference to a V. Who's the V?
That's her dad.
Okay, I'm thinking, okay.
Yeah.
Although she did have two father figures. They're actually two separate
absolutely.
ones. Because she has me mention both, but because there would be a reference to being connected, but there's a reference. She's with the nurse in the family.
Oh my
Sam.
God, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Sam just got a nursing job. It's her sister.
Oh, wow, so this was a recent thing then?
Yes.
Okay, but she, when she comes across, references to actually being quite connected to her sister on the other side, and will kind of be there for her sister as she goes through her life.
Oh my God.
So there's a very deep connection.
Yeah.
If there's any message that I can deliver with this, just please know, mentally, she's at peace. She's showing me a straight line, which always references to mental balance
That's
and
really
mental
good.
clarity.
Because
And
she had none here.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's a freedom, a
That's
joy,
so good.
a peace.
Yeah.
And that is the connection that she makes. So it was important, that she come through, but she's connected to you, and it's good to keep in mind there might be an instant with a balloon. There's a reference, I'm letting go of a balloon, and she's acknowledging that this has significance to somebody, but would you understand that? Okay. Now I feel relieved because
Okay, good.
to get it out, yeah.
Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you so much.
I so appreciate it, of course. Thank you all. Yes, oh my gosh.
He was spot on again. Like, you can't make that up.
Unbelievable.
Crazy.
When are we gonna do this again?
Whenever
Next year.
Tyler is on the
Make it a
East
yearly.
Coast, he's coming here, and we're gonna have a party. Thank you so much for
Will
coming,
do.
and hopefully I'll see you soon. All right, thank
All
you
right,
so
see you soon.
much.
Bye, Nicole.
Love ya.
It was so surreal seeing Nicole after a year. I mean, it was so cool getting to kind of get the actual follow through. I always say that, but to actually see the faces and the stories just really hits it home for me.